All right, hello everybody. So this will be the last leveling video I do for World of Warcraft. I just want to go over the leveling route. It's available in the free Google Doc that we've gone over a couple times. It should be linked below. It's linked in all the previous videos too. So check that out if you want. This will be more of a verbal guide to go along with that written one. Just a couple general things to talk about leveling in general. So my goal here is to make a functional level 80. So that means completing the campaign. All right. There's definitely going to be people out there doing it faster. There's like all sorts of bugs and exploits you can do. You can like level sync and just grind out elite mobs. And you can like get to 80 in like 45 minutes or some shit, right? I don't care about any of that stuff. So my goal is how fast can I make a functional level 80 that has completed the campaign? That's my goal. Leveling's always faster if you do it with multiple people, assuming those people aren't like terrible, right? Just because of the way questing's set up, where like if you have to open 10 cages, 2 people can open 10 cages faster than 1 person, right? So it's basically always faster in a group. But for me, solo campaign completion, that's my goal. So that's the whole purpose of this route that I've made. The launch is about 24 hours away, a little bit over. What you'll want to do is you'll want to be logged in at least like an hour before anything starts, just because you never know if there's going to be like a login queue or something. For those of you on like massively overpopulated servers, maybe it has to be even more than an hour. I don't know. I played on like a low pop serve, so that doesn't really matter to me much. If you have the Darkmoon Faire buff from the last Darkmoon Faire, you don't want to be logged into that character too much because like the buff's ticking down, right? So what I'd recommend is you log into an alt and you park in the center of Dalaran. So it's let's see. So this is the video I uploaded most recently. So yeah, the quest starts here in the middle of Dalaran. That's where you want to be. So park an alt in there, and then I would say about 10 minutes before it goes live. So it goes live at 6 p.m. Eastern for me. So like 5:50. I would switch off that alt to your main character, and it's fine if you lose 10 minutes of the Darkmoon Faire buff. You don't want to be delayed getting started. Typically, Blizzard has actually enabled expansions early. Like the past several expansions, I would say somewhere between 5 to 10 minutes early, they flip the switch. So be prepared for that and just be on your main character ready to go. The intro scenario, it's not even a scenario, the intro section with Dalaran, and obviously there'll be some sharding so that, there's only a certain amount of people in each shard, but like it is really busy. It's a clusterfuck. I streamed the launch event live over on Twitch last week. You can check that out if you want. It's just kind of crazy, especially when you get to the later combat section in Dalaran, where like you're trying to fill up a 100% mob kill bar, and like everybody's just running around one-shotting stuff, and like it's instantly spawning over there. You start moving that way, and then it's dead, and you're moving. It's a nightmare. So just be ready for that. Even the first quest section, over here on the beach where you land, oh god, that was a nightmare. Just so many people. You definitely don't want to be in war mode for this. We'll enable war mode a little bit later. We'll talk about that some more. Let's see, anything else? Yeah, so just the madness of the initial quests where everyone's grouped in one spot should really show you how important it is to get ahead of the pack, right? That's why we are doing nothing but main story in the first zone, the Isle of Dorn here, because we're trying to get out of Isle of Dorn as fast as possible. Okay, we want to get ahead of people. That's the goal. We want to get ahead of people on your like shard of this world. So let's go through the route here. Like I said, free Google Doc. Down here, level route tab. So intro Dalaran sections like 75 to 80k. The zone 1, we do the campaign only. We do zero side quests. Okay, I don't have war mode on, but I will have the Darkmoon Faire buff for like 30 minutes or so, right? So in the video that I uploaded a couple days ago, where I do the run that ends in the adventure mode, I got about 60k extra XP from the Darkmoon Faire buff. So that's including this guide. So if you're following this guide like pretty closely, somewhere along the way you will have to pick up about extra 60k XP if you don't have the Darkmoon Faire buff. So yeah, we do zone 1, pretty straightforward campaign. You can watch the video for that. And then I turn on war mode right before I leave. So the campaign will end, for the campaign for zone 1 here, will end right over here on this ledge. There'll be a cutscene where they like open up this, they call it the core way, and that leads to the second zone, right? So before you leave Dornogal, you have to really make sure you turn on war mode for that extra 10%. If you If you just don't want to do war mode, that's fine. Just be aware that you're going to be getting 10% less XP for all of this guide. So you're going to have to make up a lot of that somewhere. In Zone 2, there is one quest hub here that we do. It's a side quest hub that just has a really good value. So I choose not to skip it. It's this section over here. Once again, you can watch the video, you can see all the quests. But this is like the little miner camp with some scorpions up here, and then like the bats and the crosslooks down here, and all the spiders over here. So I do this hub right here, which is worth 250. And I do one quest as I'm leaving the zone, which is like, it's kind of a monk only quest for 12k. So most of you probably won't do that quest. That's fine. You just got to pick up 12k somewhere else. All right. So that gets us out of the campaign. Gets us out of Zone 2 into Zone 3. This is the video. Let's see. Somewhere around here. Yeah. So I'm leaving Zone 2 about 117 minutes in. All right, so this includes the Dalaran scenario. But of course, I did a very quick Dalaran scenario because there's no one else there, right? So here you're going to want to land in town. It starts an RP event. And then we do... then you want to fly over here while they're doing the RP event in the middle of town. Grab this quest. This is one of the side quest areas I do. I do quite a few side quest areas. So this up here, this is the Shadowmire, right? So that up there. And then we continue on the campaign. Let's just pause this. Sorry, there's a lot of stuff going on. That's this Shadowmire up here. I do that campaign section. I do want to note here that I say campaign only here in this gray box, but like, there's a lot of stuff that I do as part of the campaign that's technically a side quest. I try to make notes right here. So there's a bonus objective called Release the Beasts. The campaign is going to take you down here into the shadowy area. You're going to go across to where they're like making airships. You're going to ride a boat across this channel. You get attacked by shadow enemies. Then the campaign is going to take you up here. You're going to go across this bridge. There's a campaign section right here. There's a bonus objective in the exact same area where you just have to click on 12 cages. So like, of course you're going to do that, right? And then also there will be these guys in stealth. And once again, just watch the video. You can see all this. There's these guys in stealth. We kill one of them. It gives you a fish. That fish gives you 3 quests right here in the same area. So I do all of that. But that is part of this gray box here that I consider like kind of mandatory stuff. And then also there's a couple quests in Merildar where basically you're just kind of like talking to people. So I don't want to have a way to separate those out. So this is the Zone 3 quote unquote campaign only, but includes some side quest stuff. These sections down here are the optional ones that I found were the fastest for me. So these numbers over here are like the XP per minute. And I found like if I can get 22-ish K or so, that's better than most of the stuff around. So that's why I do these. Okay. So the Shadowmire, I just showed you where that is. In the video, I actually do not do this orphan one. I did it in the earlier video uploaded. So you can see that one if you want, but this orphan quest, you get it from an orphan here in Merildar. The main story will take you right next to her. It'll take you to the orphanage and that girl will be staying there with her quest. She wants to get her teddy bear from like sword down here in the water somewhere. You'll want to set your hearth in Merildar, go down there, do that quest line and hearth back. And if you do it that way, it takes like just over 3 minutes. It's like 75k. So I don't have this in my August 20th video, but I'm going to add that in. And then the Brawnpike quests, you're over here in the Veneration Grounds for the main story quests, like almost at the end of the zone. And then there's 2 brothers over here with a quest. You have to loot 5 spears, get 100 teeth, and then kill a chieftain. That first section is really good for XP, and they didn't send you up here to the Priory. Skip that, it's really slow. And then I do the fishing hole on the way out to the zone. And that's just worth 1 little quest there. So we get out of Zone 3, and then I'm back to campaign only, right? I didn't really like any of these side quests in Zone 4. I have some of my numbers over here, so you can see the numbers that I had. But Zone 4 I just did not like. So Zone 1, we don't do any side quests because of the competition of all the people there. Zone 2, we only do 1 little zone because that was the most efficient one. Zone 3, we do quite a bit. Zone 4, we're back to doing no side quests. There's one side quest at the very start. Your ship crashes like right here. There's 2 main story quests, and then there's a side quest. That side quest is kill enemies in this area and blow up some mines. And so like, there's no reason not to do it, right? It's all there in one spot. So you do all that, and then the rest of the zone, 0 side quests at all. So that brings us back into turn the campaign. So at the end of the Zone 4 campaign, you get a free teleport. Like you open up a portal that's going to teleport you back to Tornagal. You're going to come out here. There's going to be a dwarf standing here. When you turn that quest into her, that unlocks adventure mode for your entire account, and it's permanent. It's not something you can choose. So everybody's adventure mode always once you turn in that quest. That's great because now everything is scaled to your level, so you can go and do Isle of Dorn side quests. Being in adventure mode puts you in a different phase from everybody else, so you don't have to worry about going on to Isle of Dorn and it being busy, because you'll be like one of the only people in your shard or server, if you're going fast, right, that has completed the campaign. So you'll have free reign to go do whatever you want in Isle of Dorn. So in the video, I just hit level 78 and I had about 8k experience. And that took me 2 hours and 26 minutes. I'm going to add in this quest here that's not in the video, right? So that's going to get us to about level 78 and 83k in about 2.5 hours. That's the plan. Obviously on launch night, you know, there's going to be like disconnects and lag and all that sort of shit. So I doubt I'll actually be able to get 2.5 hours, but like that's the ideal scenario. So that means you need to have 3.3 million, and I have all the XP values here on the first page if you ever need to look at them. So you should have memorized at this point. You need 418k for level 78, and then level 79 to 80 you need 445k, right? So by the time you get to the end here, you want to kind of know how much XP you need left. So if you follow this route up here, this route gets me to, I need 780k still, right? So in the video, I kind of just like, this is the first time I've ever been able to do adventure mode in Dorn, right? So I'm just kind of wandering around trying to decide what to do. So I want to go over that stuff in a more, like a better format, because that video just isn't too well organized. So what I'm going to do on launch night, turn in the final campaign, I unlock adventure mode. Then I'm going to do the 2 single target crossroad kill quests, the 3 Rammershire kill quests, the Kobold area, and that bonus objective. So in terms of map stuff, so we turn in the campaign here, right? Then we're going to fly over to, this is called the Crossroads. There's a ton of quests here. I'm just going to do the 2 that are like a wanted quest where it's just like a single target. So it's pick up this one right here. That's wanted. And then this one is another wanted quest. All right, that's not called wanted, but it's a single target kill quest. So then I'm going to go over here for this first one, the Earth Wound. You just kill a single target, right? Single target's great if you got like a nuke trinket, and then monks also have touch of death, so that's nice. Sorry, buddy. But then I'm going to fly back, turn that quest in there. That'll be worth a little bit more. I think it's like 16k or something when you're a higher level. I'm going to fly over here to this other single kill target. Rolling on the bridge. And once again, I should be like basically one of the only people in adventure mode. So I don't think there'll be competition for this. All right, we kill that one. And then that one has to be turned in over here in town. So we fly up through here. Have to be more careful with the vigor. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to the vigor because we're Jen. We're going to go over here. Turn in. So this is the wanted quests. Let's get turned in over here. Which is fine because we wanted to be up this way anyways. Turn that in. Then we're heading over here to Rambleshire. So in the guide here, when I talk about 3 Rambleshire kill quests, I'm talking about these over here. So there's one right in here. Go kill a wolf. So these are just the most efficient Isle of Dorn side quests that I found.
Hello.
2 quests in here. Oh, come on. So these are 3 quests to just go and kill some enemies that are close by. You want to be watching your vigor because there's a lot of just flying. So we'll be level 79, so you won't be like destroying stuff quite as easily, but still very efficient. Then fly down here for the wolf. Oh, I don't have my new kit. This is just a level 70 character I copied. We are stuck in combat with something. There we go. And then the third and final guy's over here. Okay, so 3 very quick quests. I think at level like 79, they're like 16k or so. Good numbers. I'm totally out of vigor. Goddamn. Okay, so there, you've seen the video now, those quests. I just want to demonstrate everything in video so people can see it. And I figure I can do those in about 10 minutes, right? Oh, sorry, 10 minutes includes the Kobold area, which we're about to go to next. So then this Kobold area, you see me do it. I wanted to do this, originally I had wanted to do this at like level 70 because it's like amazing XP, but there's just too much competition. So I'm trying to get out of the zone as fast as possible, and we'll come back, we'll do it in the at the end here in adventure mode. So the Kobold section, I'm not going to do all these quests, but you have to head over this way. You have to get the breadcrumb that's right there on the map, or else you can't do the Kobold quests. So it's right here. So you get this quest.
What path brought you?
If you don't pick up that quest, there's not a quest giver over here. Blizzard's done this weird thing where like you have to do the breadcrumb quest in order to do the next quest, which usually they didn't do, but okay. So then there's like 2 quests here on this lower level, and there's another 2 quests on the second level, there's another 2 quests on the third level, and there's a bonus objective here. And the bonus objective gives you like, I think it's like 25k for the bonus objective. So like this area right here is really good. I think it's like 100k just for this one little area. So between the 2 kill quests here, the 3 kill quests there, and this Kobold area, I personally plan to get around like 215k here in Isle of Torn. And this would take me to about level 78 and 300k. So I would need about 565k more XP. So I personally plan to get this from pet battles and crafting. There's a lot of people out there that like want to do the pet battles. I understand, that's fine. You don't have to do the pet battles. There's a ton of XP in Isle of Dorn that you can go and get instead. I'll come back to that in a second, but I want to finish up with the route that I'm actually planning. So I want to get, or I'm planning to get about 360k from pet battles, and then another 120 from Dream Surge Enchanting, and then I'll be back in Dornogal and I'll get this last 85k. I don't really want to ding doing pet battles, like flying out in some like old world zone. I don't want to ding there. I don't know, it feels very anticlimactic. So the way I've scheduled it is I come back and I get about 85k or so in Dornogal from tailoring, and that's when I should ding, right? And the way that adds up, it should be in an ideal scenario, that's 2 hours 55 minutes, right? So just under the 3 hour mark, which would be great. But like, I'm assuming there's going to be massive problems with like server instability and like disconnects and like, oh, you can't get in the delve because the delve is too busy, and like just that's my actual expectation. But like ideal scenario, 2 hours 55 minutes. In terms of the pet battles, there is a lot of information on pet battles, the amount of time it takes them to turn in, and how much they're worth. So down here is the pet battle route that I have come up with. You'll definitely want to make your own pet battle route. First of all, this is alliance only characters, so Horde have to do something different. And then a lot of times I use like random really old teleport item that I have from like 10 years ago in a different expansion. So you might not have those. So come up with your own, but here's a good outline. I'm starting out with the Dream Surge stuff. So you just got to make sure you have all the crafting recipes trained and all the crafting materials you want in order to do this. I talk more about crafting in the crafting tab, right? I go over exactly, I'm doing option A, so I go over that. There's an option B if people want to do that. I'm not going to go through all that. You can look through that. So my pet battle route, I go to the Dream Surge zone first. I turn in these 5 quests. These can be turned in from anywhere. You don't want to interact with these in your quest log until it's time to turn them in the Dream Surge, because if you like mess around with them, if you touch them, your auto turning quest mod will turn them in. So just leave them untracked until you get to the Dream Surge, and then go through, find these 5 quests. Quests show up alphabetically in your log. So it's actually, if you've done a lot of pet battles, it can actually be kind of tough to find. To find those 5, but they're alphabetical, right? So just go through, do those 5, auto turn them in while you're staying in the Dream Surge, get a 25% bonus. And then I do the crafting. I have 6 enchanting recipes that I can make really easily. I'm going to do those. Then I'm going to Dalaran Hearthstone. The pre-patch portals should still be up. They're not in beta, but because the game doesn't officially launch until next Tuesday, right? This is just early access for the people that pay more money. So the pre-patch event with the Lingering Memories stuff, those portals should still be up. So I'm going to use the Searing Gorge portal, go in there. There's a pet guy right near there that you can turn in. And then I'm going to go to Dustswallow Marsh. There's a portal there, the Theramore. So I'll take the pre-patch event portal right here. I'll go turn in this one, go turn in that one, go turn in that one. So that's another 3 pet battles. Then I will use the Deep Home Potion, which you can buy on the auction house. Turn the quest in Deep Home, go back out, go in the Hyjal portal, turn that quest, go in the Oldhim portal, turn that quest. Karazhan Ring teleport outside Karazhan. Excuse me. Right outside Karazhan, Lydia, the pet trainer there, you turn that one in. I've included some optional. So these ones here in yellow, these are currently not tracked in the XP totals down here. These are, if you need some extra XP, these are a little bit slower than I want. These are worth about 19k XP per minute. So I don't need to use these. If, for example, you're trying to make up for, I talk about I have 60k extra here. If you forget and you like miss one of these side quests, whatever it is, you just need a little bit more XP. I built some of these in so you can use these if you want, right? So there's an optional one here where you fly over to Steven, turn that in. I'm going to skip that one though. Dalaran Ring teleport, you turn in 2 quests in Nick and Gutrange. Time Lost Artifact teleport to the Timeless Isles, turn in 2 quests, the Celestial Tournament and Little Tommy. Garrison Hearthstone, go to Spires of Iraq, turn in 1 there. If you need some more XP, you can fly north into Talador. Takes about 40 seconds to do that flight. Then I'm going to teleport back to Stormwind. You can do that with the guild teleport cloak. Run outside of the tower, turn in the fishing and cooking daily, run back inside. Optionally, you can go take the Stormwind portal to Strath. There's a pet battle guy there in town. You can go there, turn that in, run back. It takes about 40 seconds once again, so I have not included it. And then I go to Jade Forest. Jade Forest. Daria. So the portal pops you out right here. You fly north, pet battle, and then over here, if there's this purple invasion here, this pet battler is not down here. They're in this tower. So I'd fly up here, turn that in, fly there, turn that one in to the Thundering. Then I go into town, turn this one in here, and then this is where the Alliance town is. The 3 Beast of Fable quests will be right here, so turn those in. And then personally, that's all I'm going to do. So those 7 quests are the only ones that I plan to do in Pandaria. There are some more quests there. They're pretty good. I just don't need any more XP. So I'm trying to cut XP. So the reason I cut these is just I have too much experience. So you can definitely do these if you want. These are worth about 21k per minute. So you can get 3 more quests there. You can get 4 more quests there. And that would be doing... so you turn those in, and then you can fly north along this way. If you're in town here, it's probably more efficient to just fly. So yeah, I'm trying to see how I do this. So I would end here in town, and then I would fly here, turn this one in, here, here, here. You can, if you have challenge mode teleports, you can use Shadowpan Monastery and get these last 3 up here. So those are those 3, and these are those 4. So like I said, they're about 21k XP per minute, which is good, right? But it's just, I don't need that XP. So decide what you need. And that whole route there gives me 360, which is the amount I need. And I can do that in 13 minutes. That includes like the enchanting portion, or the enchanting portion in the Dream Surge, right? So then I come back to Dalaran, or not Dalaran, I come back to Dornogal with my Hearthstone, and I do the last 80k crafting from tailoring. I have some extra built in. So I only need to do up to here, and that's about where I'll ding. There's these extra quests here if I need some more experience. So I've got tons of extra XP built in case like I need it, or in case you guys need it. All right. So that will get me 2 hours 55 minutes. So hopefully that'll make sense to you guys. For those of you, once again, are like, I don't want to fucking do pet battles, because it is a lot of time for like not much time saved. Let's be honest. So I totally understand if you don't want to do that. I still think you should do the enchanting or some sort of crafting stuff. If you don't want to do enchanting and tailoring, then whatever your professions are, right? Because if you're going to craft at level 80, why not just craft at level 79, assuming you can get the mats, right? But anyways, even if you don't want to do all that, there's still a lot of XP available in Isle of Dorn. So if you don't want to do pet battles, you don't want to do crafting, there's still enough XP in Isle of Dorn adventure mode that you can easily get that last like 600k that you need. I want to point out a couple things though, because Isle of Dorn, there's a lot of dependency quests where like you can't just go there and do the quests you want. You have to do the quest beforehand. So let's go over those in detail, just for the folks out there who don't want to do pet battling. Like I said, pet battling I think ends up being like 10 minutes faster. So if you care about having a 3 hour or a 3 hour and 10 minute run, then that's pet battles. But like, I can understand people that don't want to do that kind of stuff, right? These quests are more worthwhile actually doing quests in the no zone instead of doing the pet battle quests. So I want to give these options for people. This is the Opalcrag mine. In order to get the bonus objective out here, you have to do Opalcrag mine. All right. The bonus objectives are really good. They're worth 30k when you're like level 78, 79. So it's really good to do the bonus objectives, but a lot of the bonus objectives require you to do quests in order to unlock them. So I want to go through those unlock quests just so you know. So you don't have to do all of Opalcrag mine. In the video that I uploaded, I went inside and there's like 4 more quests inside. If your only objective is to do the bonus objective, then you just need to do these 2 quests, which is loot 6 of these piles and then kill 8 of the skirmishers and 6 of the web guys, right? So you do that. This would just take you a minute or 2 to run through here and clear all that. You turn that in, and that opens up the quest right here, which then lets you do the bonus objective for the elementals. Once again, that quest is not there. You cannot do that bonus objective unless you go do the mine quests. Likewise, here in town, there's a couple requirements. If you want to do, there's a Murloc bonus objective right here and some quests. That will not show up unless you do this quest. Okay. This quest, it's called Weapons and Warriors. You have to talk to, there's like 2 dwarves here in town, and there's like 3 dwarves up the hill in a tower, and you have to loot 3 weapon boxes. All right. Once you turn that in, this area becomes activated. This is a bonus objective, and it's got 3 quests, so it's good XP value. In the video I uploaded, you heard me complaining because like there was no bonus objective for the the fungal forest area. The reason that was not there is because you have to do this quest over here to unlock the bonus objective out the fungal bonus objective. All right, so you come over here. This is a really quick quest, but I don't do it because I don't do it like when I first get to Dorne because I'm trying to get out as fast as possible, right? So you just have to loot these 3 pages. Kill this guy for the last page. Right? And then once you turn this quest in, the bonus objective will be activated. The quest line for her is out there no matter what, but the bonus objective is not out there unless you do this quest. So once again, I'm not doing these in my level run because I don't need this much XP, but for the people that are trying to skip path battles, you'll want to be doing these. All right, so turning in that quest is what opens up the bonus objective. Did it pick up the next one? So I haven't done the campaign here, so it might not be working. Okay, so it looks like that didn't spawn the bonus objective, but I think it's because I haven't done any of the campaign yet. Because once again, this is just a character copy that skipped the intro. But that should unlock the bonus objective here for you. This is my least favorite section. This forest has a bunch of mushrooms that blow you up and fear you and stuff, so I don't like this one. But if you're trying to skip pet battles, you need to do as much XP in Dorne as you can. Yeah, so for people that don't want to do pet battles, I would add in these quests and these bonus objectives, and that should get you enough. But yeah, so that's the route. I hope everything makes sense. There's like 40 or so people that are using the guide, so hopefully it helps some people out. Yeah, just have fun, guys. Expect for the servers to be terrible and be pleasantly surprised if you're actually able to go all the way through, right? If there's not a main story campaign that completely breaks everything and stops the entire population of WoW from reaching level 80, I mean, obviously you can reach level 80 if like dungeon grind or whatever, but like if the main story actually works all the way through, just be thankful. Have fun, guys.